Hey, what's up, guys? Let's turn this down a little bit, turn the mic up a little bit. Might be a little bit better. Alright, so back on a Battlegrounds climb. Sorry for starting a little bit late. Had some stuff going on with a friend who wanted to come over, but we're gonna see if we can climb a bit today. Hope everyone had a happy holidays, had some free time. I think I came up with an idea that I kind of want to start a podcast in the new year. See how that goes. But need to do some research for how to start that and everything. I think you need to start like an RSS feed. Alright, so what are we doing here? I think it's between Cthulhu, Umu, Shadow Song. I think Cthulhu is the best right now, honestly. You can do a lot with Cthulhu for trying to get some of the early pings off. The real trick with Cthulhu is just hero power as much as you can. You get behind on the board a bit, but like once you get to like +5, +6, +7, it's really smooth sailing from there. Alright, who's in our lobby? So Janus is pretty good, Lich King's pretty good, Rena we don't need to worry about for a bit, Lisa's pretty good, Jimbala we don't need to worry about, Shutterwalk don't really need to worry about, Eudora don't need to worry about. Alright. I think we're gonna do this and freeze. What we're gonna do next turn is buy one, sell a token, hero power next turn. There's a little bit of an argument to make to actually just hero power, but I think having the token start is just way too good. Did I update the channel so that you can see links to everything? So I finally got my Twitter and Instagram like pretty up and going for things. Let's do our turn. Sell you, do that. Next turn is gonna be take the Alley Cat hero power. Yeah, we got YouTube, Twitter, Instagram together. Dope. Looks like that's working right. Ooh, I got a new achievement. What is that? Oh, 10 followers. Dope. We had some followers in between now and last stream, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we're gonna take the Alley Cat, hero power again. So next turn is gonna be a level up. Probably buy, sell, hero power. 2, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we just need to sell one token. Let me make sure we're going to YouTube alright. Yeah, I need to update my YouTube branding a bit. Dope. Alright, and let's pop out that chat. Cool. Got everything set up here. What are we gonna do? This Midas Stormwind's really good because you don't sell units that often with this comp. Let's just take Rock Pool. It sucks selling an Alley Cat, but if we find an Alley Cat, that gives us a triple the other way. And we're gonna be keeping this stuff for a while, so we can use that buff just to stay in the game early on. The thing is, like, you gotta worry about falling off in the mid game as Cthulhu, but once you get going, like, you're really settled in. Oh, I need to open up Notepad because we probably want to look at some news today because we haven't checked out news since took some time off with the holidays. We get that. All right, cool. Let's set up. Dope, we tied. Yeah, we're pretty confident tied. Would have been nice doing that though. We can take the dragon mug, let the dragon get the 3 buffs with the mug, and then hero power with that. Pretty good. Next turn's gonna be a little strange. We might just do like float a gold or take a roll and see. Not much you can do though. Where are we at right now? 3 plus 3. Let's see if there's anything interesting on Reddit. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Sorry. Reddit.com/r/politics. Operation Santa is a horror story about American poverty. Children have written requesting money for their parents, a bed to sleep in, and a better wheelchair not to help them get around. There's nothing feel good about it. I'm not sure why that's considered political. $8 billion was spent on political ads during 2020. This election proved that money was mostly wasted. With his pardons, I mean, the thing with that is every election, half of the money is, you know, assuming like each presidential candidate essentially gets half of the stuff, you know, it's always a waste. The thing is, like, you know, that puts the money back in circulation at least. So, you know, there's at least that. Ooh, that's not a good trade. That's not a good trade. Dang. You got a lot of value off of that guy. Feels bad. It doesn't matter. Alright, that's not terrible. We can live with that. So we could double buy hero power. I actually kind of like that better. And just play the mech. And we lets us hold a triple. And we should start scaling off of our hero power now, which is nice. Alright, Reddit. I mean, let's actually see what like the premise of this is. People sit and watch. Am I now able to? It's Business Insider. Do you have to subscribe to read? That's a shame. I really don't know how stuff gets on the front page of Reddit that's not free. Like, do enough people have subscriptions to like big name journalism? It's a little strange, like, unless there's a way to get access to it that isn't really obvious by just clicking on the link, but it's just kind of surprising that that would get any access whatsoever on Reddit, because no one's just gonna like click on stuff and take the time to figure out how to get to. Oh my, this is screwy. That should be a little better. Next, did he go to 3 though? Yeah, everyone's gonna be ahead of us now, but it's not the end of the world. We're gonna do 4, hold the triple, and hero power. So now we're just trying to find triples using our hero power to scale. The nice thing, like, we essentially have the equivalent of like a light fang for free with our. I'd say free, but like it's like just a hero power, but. This is here decades. I mean, that's the consequence of elections. Millions of Americans lose jobless benefits as Trump refuses to sign aid bill. I mean, the thing is, they would have lost benefits regardless. Trump appears to back plan to overturn election result and Congress amid more false claims of fraud. Mike Pence cannot block the certification of Joe Biden's victory when the Senate formally counts electoral college. So yes and no. Like, if a senator makes a claim, like, they have to take it to a voting process. So like he can't, but like any senator can. Remember Georgia Republicans run more misleading attack ads against runoff. I mean, everyone runs attack ads. And Christmas messages, Biden commiserates with COVID and Trump barely mentions the virus. I've never been counted the way I am being now. I'm a Georgia voter. Never been courted the way I am being now. Home found new age having a hard vote. Trump will cost jobless workers a week of free virus. Trump's stimulus bill as pandemic relief expires for millions of Americans. Mayor calls for Georgia laws, but got hints of wrestling walking around the view. None of these are like interesting. It's a shame. Does he have anything good that we want? You know what? I'm just gonna try and see if we can discover Caligos. Just because that would like win the game. It's a shame. Get a triple out of it, I guess. Probably just Shredder, right? Yeah. Alright, we can get rid of... we're just gonna hold, I think. Yeah, we're just gonna take a roll. It's a shame. Kinda want that Deflected Bot. I'm gonna freeze for the Deflected Bot. Like, mechs are really good with Cthulhu because, like, you have the Divine Shield synergy that it's really all you're looking for with Cthulhu's hero power. I hope you guys like the new setup of the room. Took a like different angle instead of just like hiding in the corner. And then I have some new studio lights coming in. So right now the lights are good because of, you know, it being daytime with the window and everything. But I'm hoping the new lights make it so it's a little bit better during like at night. And you know, it gets dark at like 4 p.m. around here in the winter. So many bombs. Alright, pretty good. Nine, 10, 11. Pretty good. Alright, so we're taking the Deflected Bot. Can get rid of the 6/6. Want to level. We get rid of you. You start scaling some of these mechs. And then we're just trying to find the what is that, annoy module? Is that what it's called? The 4-2 taunt? Yeah, annoy module. Really just as many of those as we can find and just scale with the mechs. Eventually get rid of these 3 guys for something better. Politics. Let's see. Anything else? Injury. I find it really interesting the current Democratic response to the not signing the COVID bill, because like half of them are saying like, oh, it's great because Trump's saying like, let's just give bigger checks, and you know they're gonna sign off on bigger checks, and then the other half are like, it's despicable to put off aid or whatever. The issue with taking the second, or with the second, yeah, the issue with the second camp is like there was more aid coming in before the election that was held off till after the election. And then the issue with the first camp is like they can always just pass it later. That is a big Hydra. It's a big. Dang, he has a. I mean, Jordomo, I guess, is a decent. I guess we just hit this guy right on the turn that he goldened up. No, it would have been the second turn because this has an odd number. No, it would have been this turn because it has an odd number. Because it gives +1 plus 2 times the number of elementals, if I remember correctly. Better it's 2 times and then it's been 2 turns. Wildfire elementals, a decent one, and that's a pretty good one. That's a good one. So let's just sell our 3. Take 1, and we can play these out. And just take a roll. Not finding our, like, I mean, so Bulwar's a really good one. These are just kind of livable with our hero power. They're good elementals, I guess. If we can golden it, then it becomes a lot more feasible. I don't think Shredder's worth freezing for. We really gotta triple up one of our pairs. Oh, you ended up next to me, buddy. So with the new setup, I have the dog now, like, right under the piano. Can we set it up so you can see it somehow? If we move this, maybe? Can we see the dog in the corner? Barely. It's good enough though, right? Wonder, let me see if I can mess with where it's pointed. To see if I can zoom it out a bit so you can see the dog. Alright, that's one thing. Webcam. Properties. Configure video. Is it popping up? Camera control. Can we move it down a bit? I want it this way. It's just my arms like right in the way. Let's see if we can move the angle. That, or I just need to move the chair back, or his bed back, so it's right in that like opening. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that in between rounds. We'll do that instead. That seems easier than anything I'm trying to do. And I can just sit like this to show them all. This did not end up well. Feels bad. Ooh, Bronze Warden over a Elemental is pretty good. Let's just buff up. And that's pretty good. I think we'll do that. Alright, this is the turn that's going to be a little iffy. We got a little unlucky with facing really strong opponents. Let's see if we can move him. Alright, once he lays down, you can probably see him. He's right now hidden by the piano, though. Guess at some point I should get like a second camera. Just, oh, he came over here. Guess what? Hey, buddy, you can come up here. No. Can you come here? Can you come here? Can you go under the chip? You had no problem doing this the other day. There. Let's see if we can see him. 100% lethal. Feels bad. Let's see if we at least tied. Do you think we tied, buddy? I don't think so. He has a lot of health left. Everyone else just got really big scalers before we did. Feels bad. Oh, you're getting so much attention today. Oh, and your nails are sharp. You need to file those. Alright, at least it wasn't a bad loss. Hey, cut that out. Mike's like right away. Stop it, buddy. You calm down. You sniffing the mic? Everyone picking up the sound? Murlocs with tests, maybe? That or Millhouse. Or Maleficent Maelstrom. It's a tongue twister. What you doing there, buddy? What you doing there? Don't watch your head on that. Let's see what we got in the lobby. PC. Alright, let's just check out, make sure it's still working. Dope. Cool. Looks like everything's working right. Yeah, probably Elemental is the best. Trump plays Christmas Day golf with Lindsey Graham while complaining about stimulus bills port. Is that actually like a big deal? Donald Trump golfed on Christmas Day with Lindsey Graham as he complained about the port containing his Battleground went to his golf club in West Palm Beach with the center as he can push back on the 900 blade. Just a sign, the direction of Palm Beach where he stay, so it's available. Lawmakers reportedly have no idea if Mr. Trump will sign a bill, veto or do nothing, which will see a federal government shut down midnight on Monday. Level up. Next tournament can sell a double buy. The idea was upon its donor, but quickly rejected by House Republicans on Thursday. Around 14 million Americans are also sent lose their unemployment on Saturday. President vowed he would work tirelessly over the Christmas break, but he was also seen golfing on Christmas Eve. His 31st golf occasion for president takes the tax route. I'm actually surprised he only golfed 31 times in 4 years. That's only 8 times a year. Wait, it takes the tax rate cost. I'm kind of curious what like Obama's golfing. Like they went into like, wait, taxpayers voting the bill for his golf and his disgraceful golf sheet. Top comment. I'm kind of curious what like past presidents have had for their expenses golfing now. I guess we'll just do this. This is probably the best. And gives us an extra roll eventually. What are you doing? Rudderless QAnon may reinvent itself after U.S. election warns actually Trump defeats Hertz movement, but influence to continue to conspiracy theory. Let's see if there's any justification for what QAnon's gonna be. Yeah, we'll do a read through with that after this game, I think. So 2 coins, because we're probably just gonna take 4. Take a pirate, and that's our turn. For the 460,000 Twitter follower of Medic, one of the most prolific posers of the QAnon who threatened the U.S. election fraud. Time has probably claimed election fraud alongside retreats from President Donald Trump. Anyone thinks who Trump has no chance of winning re-election has offered all the contingencies to their logical or electoral. Praying Medic said in a tweet earlier this month that Biden's only hope of winning was convincing Trump to concede. He failed. But despite his optimism, the right-wing theory has been dealt with heavily by Joe Biden's presidential experts one. However, they could still cast a shadow over global policies for years to come. With the central belief that the U.S. is embroiled in a long-running power struggle with so-called deep state, QAnon gained mainstream traction in the election. It garnered endorsements from high-profile figures, including politicians and influencers. So you see like a little bit of. We'll talk about this more after we read through it more. But it's kind of weird to say that like QAnon and Deep State are the same thing, because wasn't QAnon like mostly dealing with like sex trafficking stuff as the big like weird claim that they had? Alright, so we want to spend a gold, sell, and then buy 3. We don't want that. I think it's just gonna be pirate and money. Let me get Notepad ready for this one. This should be an interesting read, because like the issue with a lot of the QAnon stuff is you start lumping a lot of like mainstream right views in with QAnon, and like I mean, if you want to critique the right, like that's fine, but like it's no longer QAnon stuff. There we go. What's this? Oh wait, day after Christmas, 12/26. I don't know why I had to even look at my like calendar to check that out. We're in a kind of rough spot right now. We're gonna be falling really far behind people. Dang, spawned so good. Alright, at least we got a good trade out of that. Got our gold. We left? Alright, perfect. I didn't even see that the one had 2 health. Pretty good. Let's see about the door. He's been walked like 4 times today. Just level, use our gold, and let's take probably the rat pack. Something like that, I guess. Nothing's really that good there, unfortunately. I just found some recent stuff on that. What are you barking at? Come down, buddy. Hey! Stop it! Stop it! Oh, I don't know why he's acting up. Stop it! I'm gonna put you in your room. Probably should have taken them out before going on live. Oh well. Just do a short stream, I guess. I just wanted to make sure to get on sometime, because I haven't been on in a couple days. The holidays and whatnot. Just like to make it hey, cut that out. Oh, Hydra. Early Hydra's not bad. I think we need to scale it though. Alright, so Hydra. I really want that. Alright, this is gonna be really controversial. 5 unit Andy, but I really wanted that Divine Shield, and we didn't get the Hydra on the cup, which feels bad. If it's like a 75% chance too. It's just laying by the door. Normally he sits by the door if he wants to go out. How's this looking? Actually, it's surprisingly better than I thought it would be. I thought we were gonna be doing a lot worse. But like those micro machines aren't gonna do jack for him. It's a decent trade for us. Oh. Alright, let's see. Do we get good cleave? That's doable at least. Nice. We win. I really thought going into that round we had no chance. But, you know, we take those. What did he have? Elemental stuff, not particular. We'll use this one, the Hydra. No, let's just take a little Hydra. It's fine by me. I think we're gonna actually roll next turn. I know, like, one of my favorite plays is doing the. Oh wait, we can't do the 8 cost play. Never mind. We're at turn late. Or no, we're at turn early on the 8 cost level. If you level up, so it's 8. I mean, we're gonna have it anyways, where we're just gonna sell a unit, level up, and play. But we can't do that next turn. Next turn is just gonna make our. We want to make our board as strong as possible. And then we're gonna take like an off turn with leveling up. I gave him way too much space to hide like a keeper. He's gonna be hiding around there. He loves like going around the room and hiding behind stuff when he's in trouble. Because he knows if he gets caught, he's getting a little hit in the nose, and he's like, no. I'd rather run around the room, waste all of our time, waste all my energy on, you know, pissing my owner off than, you know, get hit on the nose. Alright, this is a really good start for us. You come up? Hey buddy, you're back. Oh, this actually is not good. Dang, that's a shame. Some bad mid-game trade. Bad mid-game trades there. Feels bad. It's an extra 7 damage I was not accounting for. Oh. I can take the really level up. I kinda like that. And he just died. Nah, we're just gonna stay on 5 for a while because we wanna like build a board from here. We need to get rid of these two. Honestly, I might take the freeze to the Toxophane just so if we find a Murloc. Like, we're just gonna hold a while. Buddy, why don't you look at the camera? Look this way. See, no, if I bring my treats over here, I bet he'll be. The box almost just completely flipped over. That would have not been good. You want one? Alright, move back. Hey, move back. No, wait, you gotta move back. Stay. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Hey, he's right here. Hey, stop it. Look at the camera. Good boy. Oh, he went for that real quick. Alright, so we're in a decent spot, I guess. Granted, being 90% against someone who just died is never great. I mean, is that we're not as strong as I'd like us to be right now. But that's a good cleave trade. That does enough work. Why do you taunt his doesn't make much sense. Deflected bot normally you don't want to be taunted up. Because it gets the divine shield naturally. Alright, let's check the lobby out. Alright, 2 out, which means we have to face someone decent. Oh, alright, that's good for us. Alright, take Toxaphene. Let's roll. That's good enough. Hey, cut it out, buddy. We want to make the egg a little bit better. I think we take this big gurgle. Yeah, that's not even a bad freeze. But let's just get rid of these two. Next thing to get rid of then would be the spawn after these two. But if we take the Deflecto and have a buff slot, we're in a pretty good slot. Yeah, pretty good spot. Words hurt. How's the lobby looking? So she just went to 5 with Murlocs, 6 elementals. She's doing like 50-50, he's 50-50, 50-50. So Daryl's strong but should fall off. That's a little scary. Hey, let's get back, buddy. Good cleave. Good hit there. It's fine. Alright, looks good to me. Hey, you've got the lethal in turn 10. Feels good. That might be good enough for top 4. Yeah, not quite. Alright, so we're taking Deflecto, Jug, Rolling. Alright, so we want to do this. I'm going to take the Baron and hold the egg. Let's put you earlier. Still a pretty good spot, I think. Buddy, why don't you like looking at the camera? I thought he would look the other way just because like we have a window right in front, to my side here. Yeah. And I was kind of hoping he would like want to look out the window because that's something he really likes doing, but I guess not. Not sure why. Oh, I should put the backlit camera on eventually. Maybe when it's darker. It's really not a big deal when it's out. I feel like it's kind of weird having like the light on one side from this. It might be a little bit more balance. Why don't you look at the camera, buddy? Look at the camera. Look at the camera. What are you doing? Ooh, he's pretty strong. Somehow we're expected to win this. Having a big Hydra is nice. Good. That gives us our Divine Shields and 88 is fine. Good cleave? Okay, cleave. Good trade. That's fine. Nah. Okay. That's good. Okay. We're barely gonna lose by just the mini bots. Feels bad. Unlucky. It's fine. Ooh, Domo. Alright. So we need to do this. Because we have to make Domo golden. Oh, perfect. Hey, buddy. Wanna join us? There's some pretty good. I'm just gonna freeze that. Yeah, I want to get Deflecto a little bit stronger. Next turn we're probably going to be buffing the Foe Reaper. And we hopefully will have someone eliminated this round just to give us the secure 4th place. But I think this is possibly a winnable lobby here. Quite possible. Okay, so elemental buff. So sell the poison. Elemental. I want to get rid of this one. Perfect. I'm honestly gonna just sell my egg to get a light thing in here too. Light thing for 1 round probably is gonna be enough. And we're gonna put Deflecto, Foe, and then Cave Hydro. Actually, we're gonna do Foe first, just because we want to make sure we get the Divine Shield value. It doesn't really matter. I'm doing Foe before Hydro just to hit off any pings possibly. This is a guy that had the really early know me. It's a little scary. Daryl's starting to fall off. We gotta be worried about Rafam like starting to hit people for like 50 in a turn or 2. And he's probably falling off. So hopefully we've outscaled everyone at this point. At least that's the goal. I love this guy. He chooses sleeping on a piano chair right next to me over sleeping in any of his like 3 beds that are spread out around the apartment. That are obviously like 100 times more comfortable. And he's probably gonna fall off of this too. Let's see. Pretty good. Oof. Alright, well, I think we did as good as we can. Let's hopefully get some ties here for our MMR. Some big boys though with the early know me. These are some big boys. Oof. Alright, Rafam or Death or Lich King, please. Please get down. It's a shame that we're only gonna tie for 4th. Dang, we actually got 5th. That's crazy. Dang, that feels bad. We had such a good comp too. What are you doing there, buddy? Dang, Streamlad's using a ton of CPU. Hit like a 30% spike. God, no, it's back down. We're missing Beast and Mex. No, Beast Mex jammed us a little bit worse. And no, Mex is okay with Omu. These are actually like all play. I mean, Malagos isn't. But these 3 are all playable. Let's see what HS replay says. I think these are all fair picks. Alright, they got Omu. Surprise. But, I mean, like, there's so many token units now that you can get away with, picking, like, Omu with missing a token class. Perfect. instead of any of the beds, he decides to sleep on the couch. I feel that way. Alright, so pretty good Omu start. Next turn's gonna be sell level by a unit. Which you can really only do because the hero power is completely broken. You essentially get 12 gold throughout the game. And you get it split, which is why it's a lot better than like Sky Captain. Oh, that sucks. We had best freaking start and we still lost. Feels bad. I forgot I was going to do the Reddit review. Between these two, I'm just going to take the homunculus because it's a more solid pick. I'm getting in trouble. Let me double check he's not getting hurt. He's fine. He's just sitting on the couch. I wonder if I should just like do a really short like hour, 2 hour stream, take him out, do some dinner, and then maybe do a like night stream or something. Banana? Don't mind if I do. Alright, so good win. So now we just sell the other Murloc in double buy, and we're essentially like at two. So most other people only have. Ooh, I guess we take the pair. I'm honestly really considering freezing that board. Alright, so next time it's gonna be 5. No, because we're gonna just level. Wait, no, we can no, we do one. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna level by the homunculus probably to get a second pair going. Unless we get like a spawn, and then you always take spawn because spawn. The other thing that kind of sucks right now is we don't have something for the side of this guy, but we're just, these are like pretty solid early game picks. Oof. Dang, we didn't get any buffs off them. Feels bad. Alright, one left. That's not terrible though. We have a pretty reasonable board. I love like the elephants. Oh my, we got our spawn. I actually think this is the pick. Give me a homunculus? No. Swabble, I guess it is. Let's do that. Take my spawn. Next turn, we can level, get a free unit. Let's just buff one of these guys again, because we're trying to get the triple of these. And then I'm pretty sure the turn after that we can level sell by and like swap leads. Pretty useless. Pretty good for us. Oh, that's actually kind of dirty, but. What is that? 2, 3, and we're 3, so 6 on it. Wait, there's our elementals. He just goofed by not going the elemental play for Arana. Feels bad. Oh, another spawn. I guess another triple option. I feel like this is a pretty solid start. Let's just flip these around. Flip you around. That way we have better buffs here. Excuse me. Just tired. It's weird. It's like, what, 3 o'clock and I'm tired. Feels bad. Getting old. Holidays took too much out of me. And I got a ton of, like, candy for my family, which sucks because I'm fat enough as it is. But you gotta eat that, right? so much time. Alright, let's check out the lobby. So, she's really weak. He's probably kind of weak. He's probably fair. He's probably fair. He's probably still strong. She's probably strong. He's probably strong. Alright, so we're right where we should be in this lobby. Everyone, elementals are gonna start falling off. Shutterwalk, we just gotta be scared and like a couple turns left to get some Murlocs going. How's this look? This doesn't look bad at all. We both have 2 spawns. Oh, we're gonna get some good AoE buffs too. So we're gonna get at least 2 procs off of each of these. Oh, we're gonna get a 3rd proc off that, and then probably at least 2 off that guy, right? Oh. Oh well. That's pretty good. That's what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3 plus 4, so 7. 7 is really good right now for us. Because we just leveled 2. Winning a game after level is real big. I want like this whole board. Alright, I'm just gonna do this, see if we can find a Toxifin. If not, it's whatever. No. Feels bad. Wasted a bunch of gold there, but we're gonna just double buy these, take a roll. And we'll freeze next turn. We're gonna waste 2 gold if we don't sell the guy next turn, aren't we? We might finally sell off the homunculus. Because we're gonna level by the 3rd spawn, and then we'll have 1 gold left because of our hero power. He is very weak. We're only getting 1 buff from him. Feels bad. Alright, hit our Ritualist. Nope. That's a good hit. Ritualist. Nope. Feels bad. Clear off the board. Nice. Dang. Alright, we just had the guy that's 1st place for like 15? 14. Fast maths. Well, I never put my stool back. Alright, so level. Let's do spawn first, just see how it goes. Oh wait, we don't waste as much gold as I thought. Little rag's not bad here. Still put that there. I'm just gonna take the roll. That's another triple. Low-key thinking about just leveling next turn with the triple, because we're gonna have so much gold floating around. And getting on 6 early with the little rag is really big. I'm gonna put it so these are on each side of that, because these are the best ones to buff right now. Yeah, we don't want to buff the spawn, but you know, let's just flip-flop it like that though. So Bronze Warden might get a couple more. And this is just our build now. Just little rag, really strong drakes. Spawn and dissolve. Spawn's carried us really hard this game. Nice, got 1 buff on the bronze. And Spawn killed something while dying, which is really good. Herald's gonna get proc, which is nice. That's gonna get buffs, which is really good. Nice. Pretty good. What is that? 3, 6, 11, 14? 14 on turn 7 again. That's pretty good. Did she have anything I wanted? Not really. But that's useless. Let's just take Evolving Tavern. It's just a really bad choices. Genie's really good. That's the worst one. Alright, so now it's just sell Homunculus, sell Probably spawn and just find really good stuff. Eventually sell the ritualists. Oh, we can flip up these now because it only goes on one. And we're just gonna use Evolving Tavern whenever there's a tavern that's like terrible as a reroll that should hopefully get better things. Like honestly, the other two weren't even worth 1 gold. The stealing one's worth kind of 1 gold, but oh jeez, he is strong. How did he get so strong? Honestly, our spawn not dying is gonna be hurting us for a bit. Oh, Wildflower's pretty good. Wonder if there's a chance that Khadgar dies before we get any of the resurrect crap products going. Hey, it did happen. That's actually like really good. Alright. That could have gone worse. Still pretty small loss. Those are good enough. I don't think we can really take Battle Master, it's not really good. But we can take Bronze Warden, sell you, play that. Honestly, spawn's damage. Get rid of Herald before spawn, I think. Ooh. Do we take the Numi somehow? We could sell, spawn, and Ritualist. Heck, let's go for it. Those are all really good for us. Alright, so I'm expecting this turn to be really bad. What I'm banking on is that Nomi is going to be able to be our late game replacement for Ragnaros, and then we just buff Divine Shields, Wildfire Elemental. But we're essentially a unit down from where we were before this turn. But I don't think we should get hit for 20 some. I mean, this guy's gonna hit us for like in the teens, hopefully. Oh, he does have a good Amalgadon. Yeah, I was pretty close with our guess. Alright, what do we get? That's a good buff. Okay, proc. That's good. What's in the mama? Ooh. That's not great, unfortunately. What's in the mama? 6, 9, 10, 11, 16? A little bit more than I would have liked, but we're playable, we're scaling really hard. Got top 4, solid. And we can take Crackling Cyclone, so we just do this. Let's sell the nah, Divine Shield's probably better than whatever Wildfire Elemental is. Alright. This is a good evolve. Still didn't find anything. That was bad. Not a bad Crackling. Let's just buff Crackling Cyclone. Put it earlier. Be nice to find a triple. Otherwise we have to get rid of one of the bronze. wardens, which feels bad. Let's see. Oh boy. Dang, double Nome feels bad. I'm low Malgadon. Could have gotten some procs going. Feels bad. Alright, well, we top forward. We might tie. How much is he hitting people for, too? Dang, he's hitting for 30, so he's not even hitting us hard compared to everyone else. Like, we might have been able to take second with this, but okay. It's doable. Feels bad, though. 7, 8, and he's at 6 or 14. Feels bad, but getting MMR, not gonna cry. Alright, let's do this Reddit review before I forget. Almost got our MMR that we lost the other day. Alright. Alright, so we're checking out a article found on r/politics from Ars Technica, and it is labeled "Rudderless QAnon may reinvent itself after U.S. election warrants expert." The one thing that I want to be looking out for is like mainstream right-wing views being I don't have an article over here. Like them taking like mainstream right views and lumping that in with QAnon, and that's something like I'm a little bit scared about happening post-Trump. Views being lumped with Trump / QAnon. Alright. For the 460,000 Twitter followings of Praying Medic, one of the most prolific posters of the QAnon conspiracy, the U.S. election is not over. His timeline is peppered with claims of election fraud alongside retweets from Donald Trump. Anyone who thinks Donald Trump has no chance of winning re-election hasn't thought through all the contingencies of their logical or likely end. Praying Medic said in a tweet earlier this month, Biden's only hope of winning was convincing Trump to concede. Keep out. But despite his optimism, the right-wing theory has been dealt a heavy blow by Joe Biden's presidential victory. The only thing, like, this still technically hasn't happened until there's been a counting of the vote in the Senate. Or, but, yeah, in Congress. Because, like, where we currently are, so, how does U.S. presidential election work? And this is why there's, like, so much crap going on about, like, yes, they've been named the winner or not. And the issue is, like, nobody just knows how this works. So, election voted on by people. And this is what happens in November. Election votes counted. This is what happened the night after and then, like, 3 days after. Then, election, what do they call it? The representatives. Representative votes sent to Congress. Votes counted by Congress. The electoral votes. Oh my god, why did I forget that? Electoral votes sent to Congress. Votes counted by Congress. We currently are at this step. This is what happened a couple weeks ago. You might have heard stuff about how there were like multiple states of electors, which were essentially just like each party sent a state of electors rather than the typical. I think only like the Democratic ones for a couple states were recognized, which is kind of what you expect with Biden. But the whole idea was because there were still pending lawsuits, they wanted there to be a record of the party sending electors in case lawsuits were found in a particular way. At this point, someone is like finalized win kind of thing. Up to here, they're kind of just like in this like expected win state. There can be any like judicial process throughout any of this until the votes are counted by Congress, And then I guess there's inauguration. Oh my god, I need to look up inauguration. Alright, it is mine. Just doesn't look right. Alright. With its central belief that the U.S. is embroiled in a long-running power struggle with so-called deep state, QAnon gained mainstream traction during the election. It garnered endorsements from high-profile figures, including politicians and influencers. So this is kind of what I was like a little skeptical of. QAnon, capitalize. QAnon gained traction. From tension between deep state and I guess and elected officials. And the issue is that you can't actually so this is a more like right view that is fairly well accepted. Like you can see in during Obama's presidency there are being complaints about officials not following orders, people getting fired, etc. I think it's a little I don't know, inappropriate to act like it only happens when the right's in office or the left's in office. But this was one of the major things that Trump was running on, was this tension between people, elected officials, and the deep state. So the main issue that QAnon had was the essentially like there were like sex cults, was claiming sex cults and pedophilia throughout government. You can't jump from this claim to this claim directly. This first one of mainstream right view is kind of just like elected or like the deep state doesn't always follow presidential orders. And like for example, there was a story a couple months ago where one of Trump's advisors was giving false numbers on the number of troops that were in, I think it was Saudi Arabia. It was somewhere in the Middle East, if I remember correctly. And then, like, yes, it's an advisor, but it's kind of just like this, taking it into your own hands rather than like giving numbers straight to whoever's in charge. This is the why people think QAnon is a joke. The issue is that they're trying to, in this article, they're lumping these two issues together. So this is issue 1, 2. Article seems to link 1 and 2, where 1 is a serious issue for both political aisles and in turn the US population. Because at the end of the day, like whether someone from the left or the right is getting voted in, the assumption is that because they won the election, their rules should be followed, you know, assuming it's within constitutional code and whatever. You don't want just like some type of bureaucrat. It's not overturning election, but like treating the rules as his own. Where were we? But according to Joel Ondrak, senior researcher at Counter Misinformation Organization, logically, Mr. Biden's win has left the community largely rudderless. He added that there has been a notable drop-off in momentum on major social platforms since, and only one post from the known as Q in December. It's hard to consider the current state of Q a success, he said. The US election result destabilized QAnon because one of its central predictions was that Mr. Trump would win a second term. The movement has also been hampered by actions taken by Mr. Trump that have QAnon-related content. Facebook, once a key out for Q communities, is now a desert, said Vegas. Several investigators for anti-defamation league said on extremism. A lot of interpersonal works were made before our roots when its policy on QAnon, but the spreading of the message has largely agreed with the said. QAnon has found some recent attacks on alternative platforms since the May of the North, director of Counter Disinformation Organization in North Side Research. Earlier this month, the chief executive of the right-wing social network Gab described the conspiracy theory as a decentralized new media network that services, distributes, and fact-checks information in real time. But the appeal of such alt sites appears to be limited. Parler, the free speech platform that reached the top of the U.S. app download charts shortly after election, has fallen out of the top 3 on App Store accredited data from Sensor Tower. I can't envision someone's aunt or uncle going on to alt platforms, said his Twitter and people hold on mainstream. I think we just gotta like link that. There's a difference between alt-right and alt platforms. And like when we're saying alt, we're meaning alternative. So like alternative right is not like right. It's like it's by its very definition, it has to be like an antithesis to mainstream right. And like when we're saying mainstream right, we're normally taking the lumps of like anyone from like libertarian to conservative. And I'm using these as like political, like party libertarians, like conservative generally. Where like the left would be like progressive liberal to libertarian. Libertarian's kind of like your wiggle around for this. The issue with like alt platforms, assuming they're meaning this as alternatives, like there's always going to be new platforms. There's always going to be new platforms. Like that's just how technology works. Like people are trying to capture new markets and whatever. The thing that's like the issue with a lot of these right-wing platforms is that they haven't gotten the younger population ahead of time that has gotten interest in technology. I think if you give another like 10-15 years for there to be a technology literate right, then you would see a lot more right-wing platforms. Experts warn, however, that QAnon's ability to continually reinvent Experts warn, however, that QAnon's ability to continue to reinvent itself means that such subjects may only be termed. Presidential Trump's election defeat, for example, was unlikely to shake the faith of the dedicated QAnon believers, said China, European managing editor account after. So we have to get back to like, what is QAnon? Like movement, organization, belief in government officials following order, or like sex, like I don't even know what to call the sex like part of it. It's like the claim of sex offenders in the government. Like the issue with like this kind of like stuff is we haven't defined what QAnon is in a reasonable manner, and we're taking this like very broad view and not actually getting anything that's meaningful for trying to understand like what's actually being critiqued here. Like, do we want to just critique anyone that says, quote unquote, the deep state should follow like the orders of whoever's in charge? Or do we want to say like calling people pedophiles without evidence is a bad thing? And like everyone agrees with the second one, half America, you know, agrees with the first. There's been a lot of predictions from the beginning, none of which have come to fruition. Hillary Clinton was supposed to have been arrested 3 years ago, but this didn't prevent the movement from growing, she added. She also said the development and mutation of QAnon around the world remains a cause for concern. Ms. Lab said that one French QAnon websites she had been tracking has risen from 1,300 plays for online engagement. Meanwhile, a core of QAnon influencers who have built careers on the back of the conspiracy theories selling products such as health supplements and healing rituals are unlikely to abandon their field. Q is now so nebulous and infrequent in their posts that it really is the tastemakers and influencers who are QAnon analysis. I mean, the only thing with this is like, how much crap is there like of other health supplements and like random rocks and oils and shit that you can buy that doesn't do jack shit. I mean, like, to say, like, that's some new thing that's just imagined with QAnon, like, that's been bullshit since the start of humanity. A report last week from the Institute of Strategic Dialogue and NewsGuard also found that even after Facebook banned QAnon, personal accounts with large following continue to promote the conspiracy. I mean, like, that kind of makes sense, like, unless you're going to ban whoever the followers are, but then you start getting into, like, more of the Facebook and Twitter bans on people and whatnot. 2020 U.S. election marked a milestone for the movement, says Ms. Lab. Despite Mr. Trump's ultimate defeat this year, Q has entered Congress in the U.S., she said, referring to Major Marjorie Taylor Greene, a representative-elect from Georgia, who has promoted QAnon conspiracy theories on Twitter. Ms. North said the government... Ms. North said that given the U.S. president's previous promotion of QAnon, in which he stated to its adherents, love our country, she could foresee the movement being invoked in future campaigns. He can position himself as a resistance fighter in the way in a 2024 president's build. I can see QAnon being harnessed into this kind of effort. It's hard to be optimistic because politicians seem quite happy to fan these flames, said Mr. Tennell. As long as it's here and ensure the politicians to voter fraud and cable files, I don't think this is going away. I mean, like, we just gotta be careful of like how far-reaching we're claiming QAnon is. Like, if we just want to say anyone right-wing is part of QAnon, then, like, that's not a good Overton window for what's, like, good conversation. But if we're gonna say, like, we should critique people that are just saying, like, there's pedophiles in government, yes, that's a decent standard. But what do I know? I just play Hearthstone. There's dragons, so my ed is reasonable. I've been really trying to learn more of Cthulhu. Like, I feel like I kind of understand the leveling pattern now. It's a lot easier if you have a token, but if you miss the token, like, you can still just roll hero power first turn and still be in a somewhat decent spot. Who do we got in the lobby? Lisa's pretty strong, Berev is meh. Yeah, alright, so we're just gonna roll hero power. That's good enough. Omen is pretty strong, Janice is pretty strong, Kale's pretty strong, Toki's reasonable, Yashra's is pretty reasonable. So this is gonna be a kind of tough lobby. We don't have many free heroes to beat on, unfortunately. So next turn's gonna be buy the Alley Cat, sell hero power. And that would give us a 3/3, which puts us in a decent spot for going into turn 2.
I was walking through the desert, searching for the truth.
Yeah, we're in a fight spot. We're just gonna be a turn behind leveling, but that's fine because once we get later, we're just gonna be hero power leveling for a couple turns, I think. Be right back, grab a drink. Alright, we back. And my fat ass got some of the candy that my parents sent me. No, this isn't for you, buddy. This is my food. I get treats. You want a treat, buddy? We can get you a treat. So I think buying. So if we level here, it's either level buy or level hero power or buy hero power. Next turn we have 6, which isn't really good for our hero power. So let's do this. This might be like the one play I need to figure out what's best. Hey Chainsaw, welcome. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Doing alright, dude. You know, I spent the holidays with my parents for a bit and came home last night. Then just you know, it's like post-holiday, like tired, and we're not even done the holidays yet. So still need to figure that out, dude. I guess let's do New York recruit. Just go to hey, cut it out, buddy. Stop it. I'm gonna go. I don't know, like, I love the holidays, but they take a lot out of me, you know? Because we still have New Year's coming up. I took all next week off of work, which should be fun. Just get some free time, you know? Alright, we win that. I don't know how we did this, but I'll take it. Did you do anything for the holidays? What do I want to do? I want to sell you. A bit, not too much. Yeah, it's like it's a weird year to try and do anything. Like, I've seen my family like all throughout the Corona stuff. So like I didn't feel bad going to see them and stuff, but like I don't know, it's just like weird not being able to like reasonably go out and do stuff, and it's just like it doesn't feel like a holiday, and everyone's just, you know, very emotionally drained and whatnot. Hey buddy. Alright, you can go over it. Come on. Come on. No, that's my treat, buddy. You know, we'll get you a treat if you want mine. Hopefully 2021 is better. I think a lot of it's just like people have needed to find ways to keep themselves busy, and it's just, you know, it's hard after so long. I think people were like reasonable for a month or two, but it's just gotten, you know, too much. Nice win. What do I want to do? Double buy hero power. in a decent spot. So next turn, it's gonna be 4, so we can do 4, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. We just need to level up, or tier up. We're really far behind. Do you have anything going on for New Year's? Those were not good procs. Hey. What are you playing? That's good. Alright, looks pretty solid. Good. Alright, solid one. What do I want? Probably Sunless. Epilis. We'll see how far I get. Probably 3 hours if it just goes 3, and then Zelda is an option. We got MS Flight Sim 2020. Dude, I haven't played a Flight Sim in ages. I know my brother. So like I always had like crappy computers growing up and whatever, so never could like, I don't know, Flight Sim would always just destroy the computers we had. But my brother got like a really nice laptop back in, I think it would be like when I was in middle school. It was like 2006 or something like that. But I remember like barely being able to do like the beginner missions, but like I don't know, I always thought it was really cool. I'm pretty sure those games are like what got my brother interested in joining the military, because he wanted to be a pilot in the Air Force, and it turns out they don't really like that when you have you know, engineering degrees. They like you to do stuff, you know, a little bit more important. I think we were just using a mouse at the time, if I remember. I don't think we didn't have a joystick, and I'm pretty sure we just used the computer mouse. Bear pad, useful. Bouncer is not bad. We might just use this and wait. I mean, like, I didn't do much more than probably like an hour or 2 into the game. Like, he was the one that just played it all the time. Alright, we gotta find a triple here and get rid of these, because they're just taking up a ton of space. Graphics cards, you don't need those. They're overrated. I mean, like, this was, I don't know, I'm remembering at the time, like, we still had dial-up internet and everything. Like, my family just didn't do anything that, like, you could even, like, reasonably play games back then. I remember the summer we first got high-speed internet, and like I went crazy just playing like dumb MMOs. Like I played MapleStory back, like this was like late middle school, early high school, around that time, and I just played MapleStory for a summer, wasted my time because like, oh no, I never got to play MMOs before, and like no one was even playing the game anymore. pretty strong. Oh, a light thing. That's really good for him. It's pretty good. I mean, it was a great time. I just like didn't have friends to play with, which is kind of like the entire point of MMOs. Because, you know, they already like did it 5 years before I did. I was the boomer of MapleStory. It's really good. Dang, we took a guy out on turn 8. Feels bad. We took out 3. That's pretty good. Did we face Yashraj? Don't want any of those. I kind of want. Yeah, we should be able to get a drink. I want to do that. Sell that off. And we'll just play 6 units for a turn. Let's get rid of the cat. No, I mean, like, it was only a waste for that summer. The issue is that's what got me into, like, video games in general, which then took over, you know, the rest of my life. I'm still convinced League of Legends cost me, like, at least 2 to 3/10 of my GPA when graduating, so. Good old League of Legends. Best community there is. How's Jandis doing? Pirate, she's hitting about 15, which is kind of scary. Beast hitting 12 isn't too scary. That's a little scary. That's not bad. We can survive this turn. We should be fine. Yeah, dude. So Battlegrounds is like a like an auto chess game. So you know we have like our board, they have their board or whatever, and we kind of just like you set up your board and they do like the fighting for you. I don't know if you've heard of any of the other auto chess games. Each person has like their own hero power. So for example, my guy. He has like a scaling hero power, so if you see at end of turn give a friendly minion +1/+1, repeat 9 times, upgrades after each use. So after the next time I use it, he gets +1/+1 10 times, so effectively +10/+10. So at the end of the turn you'll see like a bunch of these like pings going out. Give me 1 sec. We want the Divine Shield. We want to buff that, and let's just take Wind Fury because that's the best we'll get. So this turn we effectively get +10/+10. The guy we just faced, her hero power is swap a friendly non-golden minion with a random one in the Bob's Tavern, which essentially means she gets to trade off a unit every turn. Where that's really good is there's units that are called like token units. So this Tabby Cat is a token, which is created by Alley Cat. So this hero power is summon a 1/1 cat. So you get 2 1/1 units, and what she can do is trade off one of the 1/1s to get a real unit. So essentially she gets a real unit plus the token, where everyone else can just get a like real unit. So she has an advantage that way. The guy I'm about to face, Kael'thas, his ability, as you read, every third minion you buy gains +2/+2. So every unit has the attack and health. This guy is 2/1, but because of buffs, he's a little bit bigger. So every time he like buys 3 units, he gets like a natural +2/+2. So it's not like a broken hero power; it's like a pretty stable average one. Yeah. I'll let you know the next guy we play for what their hero power does. He's like a more like averagey, consistent hero. Mine is like the late game scaling type hero. And because we've gotten this far and we still have a lot of health yet left, you start with 40. We're in a really good spot right now. Fortunately, trades are not great this round, but as long as we have some health in like 2 turns, I'm pretty sure we outscale everyone. It's just trying to survive to that point. Elise is another consistent hero. Lord Baroff's like a super like, it's like essentially playing a slot machine every round with what he does. Let's just 8 in hero power. Alright, so we're playing Elise this turn. Her hero power, it's a passive. Whenever you upgrade Bob's Tavern, get a recruitment map. So if you saw, I just spent 8 gold to go to 6. What happens there is she gets a 2 cost ability that lets you like discover a unit of that particular tavern tier. So we're at 6. 6 is like the best units. She's right. Oh, she went to 6, so she has at least one like super good unit. What's good about that though is units normally cost 3 to buy, and she gets to essentially get a unit for 2, which just makes it so she can do some like really tricky things with taverning up at certain tiers. The main thing my hero is looking to do is just buff a ton of stats. Divine Shield is really good with my ability, which essentially means my unit gets to trade for like free on its first hit. It doesn't take any damage. And the rest here are just kind of like solid units that I've picked up. She is very strong right now. She's gotten a lot of Divine Shields and a lot of stats. But we should be reasonable here. We might lose. We have enough health that we can reasonably like throw 1 to 2 more rounds before we need to worry. Hey buddy, come here, come here. I don't know if anything I said makes sense at all. Hit the dragon? No. Rip. Took an extra 3 health. This isn't like the main version of Hearthstone that people play. This is just like, I don't know, like one of the offset games. Is health measured in number of rounds? Not really. What do you have? Make a minion in Bob's. That's bad. We'll just do Divine Shield. Oh. Alright, so let's get rid of... Alright, we can make this triple. I'll explain health in a sec. I need to think for 30 seconds. I guess she's the best. Let's see if we gotta get Amalgadon. That's good enough. We can get rid of you. Just roll. And we want you to be. And we'll sell these two. Get some buffs. So health is this number in the bottom. When you hit 0 life, that's when you're dead. Your goal is like, this is just like one of the like MMR climbing type modes. So essentially, if you finish roughly top 4, you gain MMR. If you finish in the bottom 4, you lose MMR. We're in, there are like ties and stuff like that, so that's not like always 100% true, but that's kind of like your rough guideline. And then if you get to like super high MMR, 4th place no longer grants you MMR bonuses. You have to like finish top 3, but we're not like remotely close to that area. I don't think they like just did a season reset like a week or 2 ago, so I don't think anyone's at that high MMR yet. Or if they are, they're like professionals that do this 24/7. Number of rounds is just like a measure for like how, it's like relative health in a way. I use number of rounds to just kind of get an idea of like how strong I should be on a particular turn to know if like things I'm doing make sense. Let's just keep rolling. Oh, that's good. Oh, crap. One more. Alright, that should be enough. And we'll freeze for the Divine Shield. The issue is, like, once you get into, like, late games like this, people sometimes have picked up, like, really obnoxious combos that, like, just scale infinitely on every turn, and it's just, like, hard to tell where you should be. It's a lot easier earlier in a round to say, like, where you should be. What you doing, buddy? Oh dang, we got a ton of free time. Long story short, like, we're at the point in the game where, like, anything can happen any turn because it's just so late. Earlier on, there's just a lot more consistency with, you know, understanding what's going on and whatnot. Did you fall asleep? That's really good for us. We should take this guy out. Dang, he got a triple and so 4 soul juggers. It's a lot of things. Alright, yep, we win the round, which is really good for us. So we should get at least top 2. Hopefully Chaos took out one guy for us. Is he obnoxiously strong? Yeah, he's pretty strong. So if he has the whole combo set up. Oh, wait, he did. Interesting. Alright, so we'll take Volvar. So what we're doing at the end here, when you find 3 of a single unit, they combine to become like a stronger unit. And it also lets you find a unit of the next like tier up. Since we're on 6, you can only find units of tier 6. But we get to keep using my hero power, and because it's like this infinite scaler, it's kind of more important for me to play 7 like good units and just hold trying to find triples. Something I could do, so if you see this one, it gives 3 units to 2 buffs. So that would have been like something I could potentially take. But it would require me to freeze, and I want to get an extra roll for finding triples at this point. But we're in a decent spot, I think. Oh geez, he is extremely strong. Yeah, we lost. That sucks. We got a MMR place. We could have gotten second if we got lucky and had to face a ace, but it's unfortunate. He is really strong. Jeez. He got his perfect combo. But third still in that game in MMR, so can't be too upset. What are you doing, buddy? Go out in an hour or 2. Okay? Rip. We're dead. Alright. Should put us around 5,700 MMR, I think. Which means we might have finally gotten back everything we lost on Wednesday. Hey, we're actually above. On Wednesday, I essentially just threw away all my MMR playing and just throwing games, which was unfortunate. So I think we finally got that back. My goal is to get up to 6K today. Buddy. Well, you see, it's a 1v8 kind of scenario going on here. It's easier said than done. Your goal is just to go top 4 and, you know, try to survive off of that. But I'll try to win. I'll try to win. Thanks for the advice. It's a good plan. So these are all pretty mediocre heroes. These two are pretty trash. Kidless is just a solid pick. You wanna go down, buddy? Go ahead. No, you don't want to go down? I'm trying to remember if I set the tag to be backseat gaming friendly. In which case, I have to say that your advice was appreciated. Otherwise, you're just being a jackass. Hey, come on down. Go down. Alright, you gotta pick. You wanna come up or down? Come on. This guy got so much attention over the weekend. Had the entire family, we had 2 extra dogs for him. And now he just thinks I can give attention of like 5 people. Alright, so next turn I'm probably gonna just sell, double buy, tap 2 units. Those are the 5. Oh shoot, we actually tied. I was expecting to lose here. Nice. Some strange plays by you, Sarah. What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? Alright, so sell and double buy. What you doing? Alright, you're done. You're not even sitting. He just wants to stand on my lap. Some poorly trained lapdog. Nice. Well, we're in a good spot here. We tie. That's fine. So next turn is just double buy. Ooh, good spot. I think new recruit, because we're gonna be searching for triples. Ooh, there's a triple. So we'll freeze that. Next turn we will level and buy the triples so we get a unit of tier 4 instead of tier 3. Fortunately, we're wasting our free reroll, but you know, not the end of the world. Hey, this is mine. You already got your treat. What is the currency used to buy things? So, I mean, it's referred to as gold. In the corner, it's you get like an extra piece of gold every turn, and you get like what you start off the game at 3, and every single turn you get 1 more. And then so it costs 3 to buy a unit, and the cost of tiering up goes doun 1 every turn. So this turn is 4. Hey, cut it out. So because I'm at 7, like a really good combo is to buy or to tier up and buy a unit, and it just kind of like automatically works because of how I've been leveling up before this. Toxicant's pretty good. So because we leveled up, there's now like a new tier, I guess, for the next like level up. So this one starts at 8. So what we're gonna probably do next turn is buy sell this Toxicant and buy 3 units. Actually, we're probably gonna sell the Scout because it's less stats, but that's just like gold efficient, because we're at 8 gold, so we sell 1 to be at 9 gold and buy 3 things, and then the turn after this is gonna be 6 to level up, and we're gonna have 9 gold, so it's another one of those perfect level up buy units. And that's just kind of like your basic level up strat, unless you have like a hero that has some like weird thing that they can do with generating gold. We need to get some stats on board. Alright, that's not a bad loss. Alright, so we're just looking for playable units now. Alright, so we can sell Scout. This is good. This is good. Because we have the free roll, we'll take that to find a better unit. Hungry Drake's really good because it scales over time. And we get the buff here, so we get an extra 2/2. You were being so good, sleeping in your bed, then you just wanted to bother me. So because we have a full board, what we're probably going to do next turn is level, roll, sell Toxicant or the Steward of Time depending on what we find, and buy 1 unit. Other options just to hold whatever we buy and be gold efficient, but I think we're a little weak on the board. So the main thing with like auto chests is just trying to figure out how greedy you want to be. Right now we're in like a kind of weak board, so we kind of can't be too greedy. We want to like save our health pool. Where if we have a stronger board, you kind of want to more aggressively level up, because you have health to use as a resource. Nice. That's a pretty big hit. That's a 9 damage hit on the oh, because he went to 4, that's why. Alright, none of those are good, so we're gonna do my reroll. These are all really bad. I guess Security Rover is reasonable. Next turn we're probably gonna do a similar thing, but it's gonna be 8 to level. So we can level, sell a unit, and buy. Other option is if this Warden of Old dies, we get an extra gold to work with. So Battlegrounds is a little weird compared to other auto chests. Most of the other auto chest games have like a true income kind of thing that happens every turn, where it's like you get 3 gold for the round. If you're on a win streak or a loss streak, you get gold. And what happens is, like, I don't know, you can hold like 50 or 100 gold or something like that, and you like sell the units that way. The issue with Battlegrounds has like a kind of weird gold element where it costs 3 to buy stuff but 1 to sell. So like buying units is always going to be a net loss for you, but you also can't like use up all your health to just straight level up. So it's a really weird balancing game compared to other auto chess games. I'm actually surprised we have such a high win percentage. I was not expecting that. Alright, we tied. So we even got unlucky with that. We got 5%. So what do we want to do? Who do we face? He doesn't have anything we want. Hey, get out of there. Let's evolve. Let's see if we get a better thing this way. Gold Grubber is actually usable for us. Let's see if we can start scaling that. Be right back. I just realized that my dog has access to a bunch of chocolate.
Let's go out, find our will be who we are, and let's find out what we need to know.
Sorry about that. No, you can't have chocolate. It's not good for you, buddy. Yeah, like, I don't know, it's just like a, I don't know, I think it's a really creative way that they did, an auto chess within the, like, Hearthstone game. Because most of these cards are, like, playable in Hearthstone, and it's just, like, a very weird, like, balancing mechanic that they had to do to be able to do it. Oh, that's unfortunate. My spawn does not die. Alright, we're gonna have to build up our board because we're pretty weak now. Alright, at least that gives us some units going. That's a good hit. Nice. Alright, let's do it. So we probably have 1, maybe 2 more losses in us. I don't think any of these units are good enough. I take skill damage. None of these are that great. Herald of Flames is playable. We can get rid of these two. And Spore is pretty good. This Gold Grubber's not going to do anything. Gold Grubber's probably better though. Can we use these? We found Brand we could use, Lookout, or Seer, but I think at this point we're just trying to not die, unfortunately. Hey buddy, you joining me again? I think we need to find a brand and just turn this into a menagerie comp. Fortunately, we don't have any of the good menagerie units. So where this hero really falls off is it's really hard to find like a stable late game comp. He does really good at like getting to this point, and because you can tell like we're at a pretty reasonable health compared to everyone else. The issue is that like we just don't scale from this point. I think I'll play one more game. We did get like a late start. That is a big hit. Rip. I thought we had one more loss in. Feels bad. At least we got 6, so it's not too much of a loss. Play one more game and then probably call it for now. Might come on a bit later. Isn't that right, buddy? You gonna cooperate if I come on late? Probably not. Would you? Let's see what we get this time. Reform's pretty good.
She said I will find within myself, find my haven if I only take the Why are you still? Why do you do? Why don't you move?
Dang, we might have an AFK. Oh, nope. Do we get a token? Nope. Alright, so just gonna do refreshing. Next turn we're just gonna do buy a unit and hero power. Just take out the rock. Feel bad. This is what Jandas can do early, is just buy a token and trade it off to get a free trade. But starting this turn we can start stealing other people's stuff, which is like, hey, cut it up, buddy. Tide Hunter, Hero Power, and Freezing for the Rock Pool is really good because it can buff our Tide Color. Silos, we don't really need to worry about yet. Alright, good win. Unfortunately, we're still in a crappy unit, but oh well. Rock pool's good. So this hero takes elemental, so elemental to hero power. Just gives us the like 1/1 to a 2/2 upgrade. Alright, at least we took one out.
I just want to go back.
It's a big thing, we just gotta make sure we do. Hey, cut it out, buddy. 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 Getting gold's pretty good. Alright, he obviously doesn't want me to play. What you doing there, buddy? What you doing there? Are you gonna play? You wanna play? Cause I'm losing at my mark. You can carry. You gonna carry me? Oh my goodness. What are you doing, buddy? Stop that. I don't want your butt in my face. Alright, solid win. Oh, party elementals are pretty good. So let's sell party elemental. Do 1, 2, and use a sneaker power. Ooh, that was a good pop. No, you're in trouble now, buddy. Alright, how we looking? We're not in a great spot right now, but hopefully we can stabilize next turn. No, stop it, buddy. Stop it. Oh, dang, we have 100% win? How? Worst unit to get. Oh, that's getting 2 hit procs there is really nice for us. Alright, let's see what we're doing this turn. Don't think we want to go Ping Demon, so let's take a reroll. Crackling Cyclone's really good. This Elemental's really good. I probably should have used Stewart there, but dang, this is actually a really good board for us. Let's sell Elemental. We want to buy that. Sell that. Let's do one more reroll. We're gonna freeze that for this Elemental triple. Dang, that's a really good turn for us. So next turn we're gonna level up by Elemental. Probably sell Arcane Assistant. You get in trouble. Alright, it's fine. Sell the Arcane Assistant and this Elemental to get a triple into a tier 5 drop, I believe. And that's just money. Dang, that sucks. We could have gotten any of these Elementals and it would have been really good for us, but we got a dang McCall. It's unfortunate. Don't hit us hard. Dang, he got a lot of units right at this like really low tier health. That's unfortunate for us. Gives us a ton of damage. Dang, over the 80th percentile. That was bad. Alright, so level up. Alright, so Elemental, sell, give us a playable 5 drop, please. Morazon's actually not terrible because he had a ton of Elementals. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, that's not bad. And we can just finish with that. We'll see from there. We gotta triple up some of these guys for us, I think, if we want to do anything from here. Otherwise, we're just gonna be like holding on to a bunch of these really crappy elementals. But if we can triple up the Molten Rock, that would be really good. If we can find a good thing for Steward of Time, I don't like. I just autopiloted that one turn, and we could have gotten 3 procs on that Steward of Time. I just wasn't thinking. But we gotta get rid of these two. Let's see where we're at. Oh, not bad. Alright, that's our triple. Let's go. And it's 8 to level up this turn, which means we can use the actually no, we don't even need to. I'm being dumb. We don't need to buy a unit, so we just can search for a triple. And if we can find like any elemental related 6-drop or Amalgadon, which I guess in a way is kind of elemental related, but that would be really big for us. So either Rag, Amalgadon, or Genie. That'd be really big for us, right? Am I missing any? Gar's pretty bad, but I mean we can even use Gar. Like it's not the end of the world. Ooh, Elemental again. What was in the last? Alright, he had a bunch of elementals too, so let's take that. Let's level up first. Or I forget. I guess Gas Coiler. Time Thief. Party Elemental's probably better here. Let's take this Elemental. I want to get rid of that. Sell this Elemental. Take a roll. That gives us another Elemental, so we can do this. Use the coin to get the hero power. Nice. Alright, so we want to triple up Party Elemental next. Let's move the Gas Coiler back a bit. I think we just want to stay here for a bit, but we're in a decent spot. Yep. 98% turn 8. Cave Hydra, unfortunately I don't think we're going to be able to use it, but, you know, I can complain. Molten Rock's doing a ton for us. Just plopped in my nose. Pretty good. Let's see. Alright, 6 damage isn't bad. Wildfire Elemental is not bad. Demo's not bad. Take another refreshing anomaly. And this gives us a way to use Hydra. We just need to figure out where to put it. I think we get rid of Party Elementals now. Let's get rid of Party, get rid of Fire, take the Stasis, freeze that. Probably freeze whatever we get just because we want Elementals. This will get Hydra buffed. Fortunately we're not stealing, but that's fine. These are kind of our... Stasis is really just our buff slot right now. Eventually we want to get rid of the Gas Coiler because we want Jugs to hit our Hydra. get lethal on this guy, it'd be really good for us. Help establish our dominance in the lobby. It's okay. He done? Probably. Yep. Bye-bye. Give him a happy cow. The DM. I'll take the wildfire and roll. Nomi can do it for us. Do the last guy have elementals? Did we face? No. So let's just take the Hydra, Hero Power Freeze. We want the Murzon just because I know he has elementals. And, you know, it's good for us. Alright, cool. Yeah, we're in a really good spot right now. I think we have 2 turns before we really gotta worry. But Nomi's gonna be our late game scaling over the Domo. Oh, it's starting to get dark out. Yeah. This is probably gonna be my last game because I'm gonna take the dugout once while there's still light. Ooh, he is very strong. We're getting the spawn. That's unfortunate. Would have been nice to get like any of the elementals or something that could like help us. That's unfortunate. Oh, that's a good trade. It's a good trade. Can we take out the 2? Probably not. At least we took out the big one. It's only 7 costs left. Oof, no one died. We kind of wanted people to get out there. Alright, so let's Murazon first, see if we get something that's worth using. Dang it, just a spawn. Feels bad. Roll. Oh, that's a triple. Let's see what get from tier 6. Gars and Elemental, I guess we'll take it. Wildfire, and then finish on another Domo. Let's just sell the Hydra so we can hero power and potentially get something useful. Really, we're just trying to make Hydra big, and then we're just going to sell stuff for better elementals once Nomi gets going. But I think we're in an okay slot. Okay spot. Words. He's not looking strong. And he went to 5. He probably used his hero power over there to level up, but he did it really late, so he doesn't have much time to do stuff. Hey, get down there. Get down. Alright, Hydra's starting to get there. Oh, he's bigger than I thought he would be. It's an okay cleave. Fortunately, our Divine Shield's gonna be wasted. Or a bunch of 1-3s, but we're just trying to make sure we don't get completely crushed here. If we get a second Hydra hit, that would be really big for us. Which it looks like we will. Dang, that's really helpful. Oh, you're right. Oh my god, we got the 14%er. Feels good. We just stole that from him. Dang, we almost had lethal on him too. Elementals, no elementals. Let's discover a tier 6 or Divine Shield. Divine Shield because we've been investing a lot in Hydra, which should be pretty good. Don't care about that triple. That's a lot of elementals. Alright, I think it's time to get rid of Cyclone. So let's start with Stasis. Wildfire's pretty good. go with this to get us some money. There's a cyclone, but it's unbuffed, so we don't really care about it. And we'll take this cyclone, use our hero power, and let's give our Hydra some divine shields. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, he's finally sitting in his bed, which means he might not want to go out, but I want to take him out before it gets dark. That way all I have to do is just like a quick out later tonight. Yeah, we did get our top 4. The thing is, like, if we survive this turn, we're in a really good spot to win the lobby. I think. That or I'm just getting cocky. One or the other. We're just facing... Like, this is going to be the hard round right now. Yeah, 100% loss. Feels bad. Let's see if he gets the 50% lethal, though. Bad divine shield hit. Nice attempt to miss that one. Do we get... maybe go right? Bad cleave. What is that? 5, 6, yeah, it's bad. Alright, with that, I think I'm gonna call it a stream for now. I might come on later today if I'm feeling up to it after walking the dog. Let's see if we can find someone to host though. Go to Hearthstone. Almost at 6k, so we might be able to clinch that out tonight. Let's look at Twitch. Who's there to host? Let's look at some small people too. He's playing actual Hearthstone. No one plays actual Hearthstone anymore. It's all about Battlegrounds. Yeah, let's host this dude. Alright guys, hosting them. Hope you guys have a good holidays. Have a happy new year. Bye.